The room that wasn't their true home. Horror story. Part 1. If you're looking for a ghost story, stop listening now. Because what happened inside my house wasn't a ghost. It wasn't a demon. It wasn't even human. When I bought the house, everyone told me I had found the deal of a lifetime. 4 bedrooms, 2 floors, large backyard, perfect neighborhood. The previous owner had disappeared 6 months earlier. The bank sold the house for almost half its value. Nobody asked questions. Neither did I. The first week was perfect. Quiet mornings, quiet nights, nothing unusual until the 8th night. At exactly 2:13 a.m., I woke up because someone knocked on my bedroom door. 3 slow knocks. Knock, knock, knock. I lived alone. I grabbed the baseball bat beside my bed. My heart pounded as I slowly opened the door. Nobody. The hallway was empty. Every light was off. I checked every room. Nothing. I convinced myself it had been part of a dream. The next morning, I noticed something strange. A muddy footprint. Just one. Outside my bedroom door, facing my room. Not away from it, toward it. I cleaned it. Tried to forget it. The second night, nothing happened. The third night, 2:13 a.m. Knock, knock, knock. This time, I opened the door immediately. Again, nobody. But something was different. The hallway looked longer. Not by much, maybe 2 meters. I actually laughed. You're just tired. I measured it the next morning, exactly 31 feet. The original house blueprint listed it as 24. I measured it 3 more times, 31 every time. I blamed the blueprint until night 7. I woke before the knocking. 2:12 a.m. I sat on my bed, watching the bedroom door, waiting. 2:13. Knock, knock, knock. I ripped the door open. Silence. The hallway was empty, except it wasn't empty. At the very end, there was a door, a white wooden door. I had never seen it before. I stared at it for almost a minute. I knew this house. There had never been a door there. Never. I walked toward it, slowly. Every step felt wrong. The air became colder. My ears started ringing. When I finally reached the handle, I stopped. Something on the other side breathed, not loudly, just enough for me to hear. One slow inhale, one slow exhale. I ran, locked myself inside my bedroom, didn't sleep. At sunrise, I opened the bedroom door. The hallway was normal again. The extra door had vanished. I searched every wall, every inch, nothing, no frame, no marks, no sign a door had ever existed. That's when I installed security cameras. One in the hallway, one in the living room, one facing my bedroom. I told myself, tomorrow morning, everything would finally make sense. I was wrong, because the cameras recorded something I never saw with my own eyes. Part 2, the next morning I watched the hallway footage. Nothing happened until 2:13 a.m. Then, the video froze. Not the timestamp, only the image. The clock continued counting. 2:13:01, 2:13:02, 2:13:03. For 11 seconds. The hallway never moved. Then the recording continued. The new door was already there. I never saw it appear. Then something worse happened. My bedroom door slowly opened. I walked out. But something was wrong. I wasn't holding the baseball bat. I wasn't looking toward the hallway. I was staring directly into camera 1. I stood perfectly still for almost 30 seconds. Then I smiled. Not a normal smile. It was wider than I had ever smiled before. I slowly turned toward the new door, walked inside. The door closed 7 minutes later. The door opened again. I walked back out, closed it, returned to bed. The next morning, I remembered none of it, not 1 second. I replayed the footage 10 times. It was me, my clothes, face, my house, but those movements didn't belong to me. That night I nailed my bedroom door shut. At 2:13 a.m., knock, knock, knock. The sound came from inside the hallway. The cameras froze again. The lights went out. Then my phone vibrated. Motion detected. Hallway camera. I opened the live feed. The hallway was empty, except the white door was open. Inside it, there was another hallway, exactly like mine. Same walls, same lights, same family photos, same carpet, everything identical. Except someone was standing at the end, watching me. He looked exactly like me. Same face, same clothes, same height. He slowly raised one hand and waved. The live feed disconnected. Part 3. I didn't sleep. At sunrise, the door disappeared again. I called the previous owner's sister. She agreed to meet. The moment I mentioned the extra door, she started crying. She asked only one question. Did it appear after the knocking? I couldn't answer. She already knew. She handed me an old notebook. Her brother had written in it every night. Day 8. The hallway is longer. Day 12. The new door appeared. Day 15. I saw myself. Day 18. He smiled first. Day 21. He knows my memories. The final page contained only one sentence. If he walks out before you walk in, don't let him stay. Below the sentence, a family photograph was taped. The previous owner, his wife, his son, his daughter, and someone else, a fifth person, standing beside them. He looked exactly like the previous owner. Same face, same smile. Nobody in the family remembered taking that picture. Nobody remembered who the second man was. That night, I locked every door, covered every mirror, disconnected the electricity. 2:13 a.m., 3 knocks. This time, they came from inside my bedroom closet. Knock, knock, knock. The closet door slowly opened by itself. Behind the close was the white door. Part 4 I should have run. Instead, I opened it. The hallway on the other side was silent. Every picture on the wall showed my life, my childhood, my school, my mother, my friends, every memory except in every photograph, someone else was standing beside me. He had always been there, smiling, watching, waiting. I reached the final room. Inside sat hundreds of people, silent, motionless. Every one of them looked confused. Every one of them whispered the same sentence. I came through the door. At the far end of the room, my double stood waiting. He smiled. I've lived in this house longer than you. I stepped backward. So who are you? He laughed. I'm not your copy. You're mine. He pointed behind me. The room vanished. I was back inside my own hallway. Morning sunlight poured through the windows. Police were standing in my living room. My neighbors had called them after hearing screams. An officer asked for my name. I answered. He frowned. I'm sorry. This isn't your house. I laughed. Of course it is. He handed me a photograph taken when officers entered. Standing behind them was another man. He looked exactly like me. He was wearing my clothes, holding my house keys, smiling. The officer looked confused. We never saw him. I looked again. The photograph had changed. Now, only one person remained. Me, or the one pretending to be me. I sold the house that same week. According to the realtor, the new owners moved in 3 days later. On the 8th night, the police received a silent emergency call at exactly 2:13 a.m.